This is going to be the longest 18 minutes of my life. I'm not going to step foot on that red carpet because I'm not Morino, I'm not the special one, neither am I Adrian, the chosen one. So today I'm going to talk about this red paperclip. Well, this is about the story of one red paperclip and other inspiring stories. It can be inspirational, it can be inspiring. There's a lot of debate about that, but nonetheless. Now, I love this story about the red paperclip. What can you do with a red paperclip? Just one red paperclip. Use it to clip some papers, of course, and or strengthen it up to open a lock, or just throw it away. Don't worry, I'll pick it up later. But not Carl McDonald. Through a series of online trading over a period of 1 year, he bartered his way to own a house. He first traded his red paperclip with a fish-shaped paper in July 14, 2005. 14 transactions later, on the 5th of July 2006, he got a two-story farmhouse in Kipling, Saskatchewan in Canada. This is about the red paperclip, and this is the house that he got. McDonald will enter the history book as someone whose ingenuity, tenacity, and clever idea has changed the way we solve problems. The story of one red paperclip is now taught in business schools and discussed as a case studies in motivational talks. The moral of the stories, ladies and gentlemen, is that there is no limit to imagination and creativity, and more importantly, ingenuity. McDonald did something we all have been taking for granted. Little things, little insignificant things have value. Just read this wonderful story in the book, One Red Paperclip, the story of how one man changed his life, one swipe at a time. He inspired us all. He should. We are too used to the idea that you need a proper job, like what I'm doing every day, work hard, save and borrow from the bank, to buy a house. McDonald was 25 at the time with no permanent job when he started his adventure. The idea was to trade something for bigger and better. That is the whole idea why we are here. We are looking for bigger and better. He changed the rule of how things got done. We are perhaps too familiar, ladies and gentlemen, with incredible stories of people becoming rich for doing something extraordinary. The founders of Microsoft, the founders of Google, Facebook, to name a few, stumbled into something incredibly simple, yet impacted the life of millions. They started their businesses in garages and dormitories, equipped with only ingenuity and lots of hard work, and they make it big. We have heard the story from rag to riches many times over. We learned how, with problems, challenges, and adversities, came idea and solution. We admire innovators and creators of things that redefine humanity and making themselves extremely rich by doing so. But trading a red paperclip for a house is a different ball game altogether. The next time you see a red paperclip, please do not throw it away. You might end up owning a Ferrari. I shall keep my red paperclip. Tom Selleck of Stanford University mentioned the paperclip story in her book, What I Wish I Knew When I Was 20. It's a very interesting book, a crash course on making your place in the world. Now, the book is about people with ideas, some of which are outrageously simple, defying expectation and challenging assumptions. She makes real life stories, like experience, with classroom innovation and boardroom decision. It is part motivational stories, part management mantra, but mostly a lesson in disregarding the impossible on how to recover from failure and looking at problems as opportunities in disguise. What would you do with a $5 note? Now, like a paperclip, it is nothing much. The assignment changed the ways a student think, solve problems, and manage their finances. In short, leveraging on limited resources. Selig found out that through her experiment, students came out with ideas so original and so innovative. You can never know what the human minds can do in such circumstances. The whole idea of the $5 challenge, $5 is about 16 ringgit. According to her, it's about inculcating and nurturing an entrepreneurial mindset. And that is one of the reasons why we are here. At the same time, she realized that her students must not measure value in terms of financial rewards only. For the next assignment, she changed the $5 with 10 paper clips. And remember, McDonald's started with one paper clip. He owned a house. You can have one paper clip, and the next thing you know is you own a Mercedes-Benz. Students must not be trapped in the traditional education mold, she argues. What you learn in school are different from the real world. You can't apply textbook solutions to the real problems outside. You have to innovate, be creative, and think out of the box. According to Selig, bridging the gap to tackle the real world challenges can be extremely difficult, but it is doable with the right tools and mindset. The key here is mindset. When I was the new editor of a newspaper, I sent rookie reporters to places with no real assignment in mind. Basically, I sent them to bus station, I sent them to the National Mosque, I sent them to a morgue, a hospital, a massage parlor, Pasar Chowkit, you name it. They were lost initially, but my message was clear. Don't come back without a story. So, incredibly, they came back with interesting stories. I met one of them recently, an award-winning journalist herself. She said that assignment I gave her in 1994 changed her outlook, her perspective of life, her professional outlook. And she wrote at that point of time in 1994 about a Musua at Jalan Alor who had 2 of her children studying abroad. That was in 1994. Let me talk about sportsmen and women and film stars and of course, Sai. Yes, that Sai. In the introduction of his incredible book, another book, The Creative Economy, John Hawkins quoted from Fortune magazine that basketball superstar Michael Jordan's personal economic value during his prime time, gained through copyright and merchandising, exceeded the gross national product of the Kingdom of Jordan. Copyrights, ladies and gentlemen, and merchandising are the new catchword in the global economy today. There are many such stories where sports persons, film stars, dot-com starters, and digital entrepreneurs are rewriting the economic logic. Companies started in garages, and by college dropouts are leading the world in wealth creation, value for investors, and of course, market capitalization. Wayne Rooney is currently not the best football player in the English Premier League. Some of you die-hard Manchester United fans will not agree with me. But the most important thing is, he is paid £120,000 a week. A week. That is a staggering 600,000 ringgit a week. Now, or 2.4 million ringgit a month. If you are a clerk in Malaysia, gaji 2,000 ringgit, you will take 100 years to accumulate that kind of money. To 100 years. If you live up to 100 years or you work for 100 years. Nobody can, I remember. Now, golfer Tiger Woods was once the highest paid sportsman. He earned $70 million a year or $250 50 million ringgit or $148 a second, which is equivalent to 474 ringgit a second. The hat that he wears on his head, it was a Nike hat or Tatalis hat or whatever, it takes a Thai government worker 38 years to earn that kind of money, which he got from Nike in one day. You talk about fairness? Okay, again, the Hawking books, The Creative Economy. This is an interesting book. It challenges us to rethink the way we look at business. Ideas matter. Creativity reigns supreme. And creativity brings in money. Lots and lots of money. Aren't we all interested in money? Okay, we can help, of course, the environment, but how are you going to help the environment? How are you going to help people in Aceh if you don't have that much money? Don't you think so, Adrian? Yeah, okay. Now, there is a company that employs 13 people, yet the turnover a year exceeds 3.2 billion ringgit. In fact, there are many such companies, not at all labor intensive, yet performing better than companies that employ thousands and thousands of people. What matters is everyone can make the difference. The creative economy is about the exchange of products, services, and experiences which economic values are based on ideas. Now, in a creative economy, content is king. That is the business that I'm in. In the entertainment business, the quality of content differentiates the men from the boys. Creative content industry is the most robust, exciting, challenging industry today. It demands nothing less than the best and the brightest to keep ahead of the pack. This is a world of great achievement, spectacular misses, and bloated ambition and unthinkable richness. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the industry allows everyone to participate. The entry level is cheap. What you need is creativity, audacity, and lots of luck. Psy would not have been possible, would not have been created had YouTube had not been in place. Facebook is everyone's favorite social media tool today. 1 in 7 humans has a Facebook account, and Twitter is fast growing in strength. I'm one of those Twitter addicts. A staggering 400 million tweets are being sent in one day. There'll be many more surprises. The world of entertainment is changing beyond belief. Movies are being made differently today. James Cameron, for instance, waited until computer-generated images or CGI are perfect to make this movie. Avatar. The Lord of the Rings would not have been made the way Peter Jackson wanted the relevant technology to be there. Despite the soaring cost of movies, ladies and gentlemen, we are still going crazy over movies. Now, people are willing to spend lots and lots of money, and you can imagine if a middle-aged Korean with only 2 YouTube postings can garner or demand at least 1.5 million ringgit per appearances, then you can imagine where are we heading. Now, I was in Afghanistan in 1989. At the peak of the Afghan civil war, Najibullah, the president, was hanging on a thread as Russians were abandoning him. And I was in Jalalabad and around the Kunar province. I met people like Gulbuddin Hekmatyar, you are familiar with his names, Professor Raf Sayov, and many of the leaders of the various Mujahideen groups in the south. Back then, there were heroes and freedom fighters hailed by the West as the ragtag army that defeated the second most powerful nation on planet Earth. Even Sylvester Stallone was there to remind us of the famous Pashtun proverb, beware of the venom of the cobra and the vengeance of the Afghan. We all remember that movie. Now, they are all terrorists. I met Mir Muhammad. He was hardly 14 at the time, a child soldier, and I was accompanied by one Amir, a UIA student who left his studies to be the spokesperson for the Hizbi Islami group. And I met this man, an old fighter reading the Quran regardless of what was happening around him. Look carefully, ladies and gentlemen. Look at his idea of security. Boxes of ammunition waiting to explode if only one bullet would have hit one of the boxes. Now, I didn't get to know him or his name. Bullets were whizzing past us and we were scared shit, to put it in perspective. But I learned about bravery, I learned about determination and fortitude on that day. And for many, it was sheer hard work and determination in order to achieve great things in life. For McDonald, it was ingenuity. For the likes of Tiger Woods, Rooney, and Jordan, it was practice and sheer hard work. But for the old man, it was fighting for freedom, for God, for nation, for his family, and for the future. But there is also another dimension to that, how they were motivated and inspired to achieve that. One simple idea can change the world. Determination too. Greatness are made of these little things that turn bigger and better, and the men and women behind them. Those ideas that pass the test of time. Ladies and gentlemen, it is about now. People of your age are the ones who are going to make the difference. People were saying that life begins at 40. Don't trust them. Life begins at your age now. Look at me. I'm a 60-year-old man. But to me, and for my colleagues, 60 is the new 40. So, my 2 cents of advice, ladies and gentlemen, you can do it. Just do it. Thank you so much.